Hello, this is Miguel, and yeah, with another my second tutorial. It is going to be about inserting a text, a 3D text, also any 3D object, but I'm going to do a text. Inserting it into a picture, making it look like it was actually put in the picture with the shadows and the light and all of that stuff. All that good stuff. So what you want to do is you want to have your materials ready. So I got my background material ready here, right? I also want to put the color of my text, which is going to be probably, I'm going to make the color yellow, to match with the background yellow. I want it to have a reflection, and what it is going to reflect is going to be my background picture. So let's find my background picture, and it's right here. Yes, that's what it's going to be reflecting. Not too much, so let's lower that a little bit right here. If anything, we can edit that out later. So what you want to do is add a background. Here's my background, and I want to drag my material into my background. So there's my background, right? So now what I want to do is fix this grid right here. There we go. And now I'm going to add a text. My splines, put a text in there. Where is it? There it is. My text, and I'm going to put, what am I going to put? Let's put a road. Just make it all caps, yeah? Road. Now, what font am I going to use? I'm going to use something easy to see. Something maybe impact. Right here. Road. I'm going to adjust the height. Let's see, something nice right here. I'll leave it like that right now. I can edit that later with my extrude NURBS. So now you want to do is go here, put on extrude NURBS, drag your text into the extrude NURBS. Let's see how it's looking. You want to make it a little wider. So you want to add your feed caps. And I go into the object tab and make it wider. Let's make it 70, make it a little more, 90. See how it's looking. Guess maybe add a little more, 120, 150. It's all up to you. It's an opinion, So I like my 150. It's a little too small though, right? So what I want to do is scale it. Go to the scale tool, and you scale it right around there. Should be fine. So it's looking good. Let's see. Good, but you see, it doesn't look like it's put into the picture. It looks like it is just thrown in there, So what we gotta do is adjust it to the perspective of the picture. Let's put it down right around here. Let's see. Now it looks like it's in the perspective of it. You wanna turn it, you wanna maybe rotate it around a little, right around there. And I want my 3D to actually be visible. So here is the parts where you move your other tabs. I want my movement to be a little this way, and so I'm gonna rotate it back around a little bit, and just edit it yourself. This, you don't have to follow me. So here we go. By this time we should have this. Now what we want to do is add color to it. So we drag it into here, and there you don't really see the reflection much, and I wonder why. You probably want to add a sky to make the reflection more noticeable. So we add a sky, and we add the same material here. Now what happens is when I do this, it looks bad and ugly. So what you want to do is you right click into the sky, go to Cinema4D tags, you go to compositing, and you untick the scene by camera. You unclick that, make sure it's unchecked. So now when you render it, it's still there and everything still complies with it and reacts to it, but it's not rendered out. So there you see the reflection a little better. There is my reflection. Okay, now you want to add a shadow, right? Because to look more realistic, right? So we add in the light. The light looks like it's coming back from there. So let's add a light here, and we add a light right over here. right around here. Let's make it look up a little more. Right here. And you add a shadow map soft. And you want to go and give it a little tint. See, it's the mood here, a little yellow, a little warmish. So you want to give it just a little tint right there, little yellow tint. So render that, and you can see we start getting little shadows. But why isn't it shadowing on the road? What you have to do is you need to add a plane, and we're gonna have to scale that up. Obviously, let's see, right around there, and right like that should be fine. Make it a little wider, and you need to lower it right under the text. Let's see, right around there should be fine. I believe so. Right there is fine. So now what happens when you're under it? You get the shadows, but you also get the plane. So you go right click it again, you go into Cinema4D tags, like once again into compositing, you click composite background. So that way when you right click it, it will composite with the background. Oh wait, you forgot one thing, of course. We need to put scene by camera. Untick scene by camera. And why isn't this working? Give me a minute.